Week 6 is here already. Let's get your lineup set on Fantasy Baseball today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5. As always, make sure to follow and stream us on Spotify. Today is Friday, May 6th. I am Frank Stanfield, joined by Scott White. Let's take a look at the schedule for next week. It's pretty spread out. We have 3 teams with 5 games, the Braves, the Red Sox, and the Blue Jays. 19 teams have 6 games. 6 teams have 7 games. 1 team has 8 games, the Detroit Tigers. And, yes, 1 team has 9 games, the Oakland A's. Scott, 2 start pitchers. Who do we have for this upcoming week?
Okay, so we got some you may be on the fence about. Adam Wainwright coming off a great start. Some bipolar matchups here, the Orioles, the Giants, but I think I lean yes on that one. We keep waiting for Noah Syndergaard to come back down to earth. He gets the Rays and the Athletics, also 2 matchups on opposite ends. I think most people are going to want to go with him. Really interesting one is Luis Castillo. We haven't seen him pitch this year except on his rehab assignment where he looked good. Except for his season debut on Monday. Brewers, Pirates, again, opposite ends of the spectrum. And maybe you play it safe in his first start back in a categories league where you're being really protective of the ERA and whip. But I think most people are probably going to want to get Castillo active. Gonsolin, he's available in more than 20% of leagues. He gets the Pirates and the Phillies. I lean yes on him. Alex Wood, Rockies, Cardinals. Also lean yes on him. Tarek Skubal, now this is a fun one. Had a great start Thursday, off to just a nice start overall. Oakland, Baltimore are his 2 matchups this week. Really good. So that, probably going to want to get him active. Corey Kluber, he has looked strong of late. Angels and Blue Jays are his 2 matchups. That's a little scary. It's a little scary, but if you're motivated to get an extra start in your lineup, I think you could do worse than Corey Kluber. If you want to go a little bit deeper here, some guys who are widely available. Austin Gomber, he's coming off a great start. 18 swinging strikes last time out. And remember, he had a nice stretch in the middle of last season before getting hurt, where he looked like he was becoming a reliable fantasy pitcher. Giants, Royals, again, matchups on the opposite end of the spectrum. But somebody you could actually pick up off waivers, and I don't think it's a bad idea. Martin Perez, he's available in almost 90% of leagues, and he's been just... I don't know how he does it because he doesn't miss any bats, but it's been one good start for him after another. Of late, I don't really trust it. But he is in line for 2 starts. And the Royals and the Red Sox. So a bad lineup and a struggling lineup. It's more of a points league pick, I would say, but it's interesting enough.
And that Red Sox start for Martin Perez, revenge game. Let's move over to some single start streamers. Who do you have for week 6?
So not loving this group very much. The best one is Nick Lodolo, who will be facing the Pirates, and he'll also be back from the IL this weekend to face the Pirates. So we'll get a chance to see how he looks then, but he was on a nice roll before getting hurt. And obviously that's a good matchup. So he's definitely my favorite of the 1-start options. Jordan Montgomery going against the White Sox, that's an injury-riddled lineup. He's usually pretty reliable. It's not the highest priority play, but you could do worse. Adrian Howser and Mitch Keller are both going against the Reds, who have just been dreadful to start the year and are without Joey Votto for the time being. They're not the greatest pickups, but we're getting pretty deep onto the sleeper list here. So I think the matchups make them at least worth considering. Michael Lorenzen at Oakland, Bruce Zimmerman at Detroit, even Tyler Anderson at Pittsburgh, given his supporting cast for the Dodgers. I think if you really need that extra starter, they could be okay.
Let's move over to the hitter side of things. The best hitter matchups for next week: the Oakland A's, the Tigers, the Mets, the Rangers, and the Royals. The worst hitter matchups: the Braves, the Mariners, the Phillies, the Marlins, and the Rays. Scott, who are your favorite sleeper hitters for week 6?
Rowdy Tellez has to be number 1. He's been playing more against left-handers recently. Obviously, he's been red hot with the 8 RBI game on Wednesday. And only one of the pitchers on the schedule for the Brewers is left-handed. So hopefully he gets to play against left-handers anyway. But even if he doesn't, this is a good week to use him. I got 2 Rockies, Randall Grichuk, who just needs to be picked up already, and Brendan Rodgers, who's showing signs of heating up. The Rockies get half of their games at Coors Field this week. Tommy Pham, Ian Happ. I mean, they're just good hitters who need to be picked up, and their matchups are halfway decent this week. And if you want somebody to take advantage of those favorable matchups, the 9 games for the Athletics, the 8 games for the Tigers, I think your best choices are Sheldon Noisy and Jamer Candelario.
All right. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, your smart speakers, or anywhere else podcasts are found. And thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.